Hello, cohorts and fellow Deadites. I'm Brendan,
I'm Sam.
and welcome to Our Life in Horror.
We're doing a random live review.
Yeah, on Irreversible.
Yeah, we were going to do this as a pre-recorded review because we just were, and we were supposed to record with The Bitter Wolf today, but it ended up getting canceled, so we're like, let's just do this live.
Yeah, this was our first time watch for this movie. Both of us have never seen it before.
We watched it last night.
Yes.
It was brutal.
It's depressing.
It's something.
Yeah. I was like, even before we started watching the movie, I was like, we have to give ourselves enough time to watch something else afterwards.
To decompress.
Yeah, to kind of, decompress, let some other get some kind of other emotion going before you decide to go to sleep.
Yeah, this just, oh my God, the French just know how to do it though. Like, they never, ever disappoint. Like, I swear, every time I put on a French extreme film, I'm blown away. When have you been disappointed?
Them.
Oh, okay. They hardly ever disappoint.
Yes.
This one was so good, though. Oh my God.
Them I disappoint. And I think this movie has a bunch of flaws in it. Like, maybe not a bunch of flaws, but a bunch of interesting choices.
Yeah.
That I feel works narratively, but might not work for all viewers.
Okay. I definitely have reasons why this movie is not a perfect film for me.
I thought you were gonna hate this movie.
Why?
Just
keep things spoiler free for a couple minutes here.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I can go without spoilers. Well, because it's a non-linear storyline, for starters.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it doesn't give you it's very fast. So if you can't figure it out right away, you're backtracking after that, right?
Yeah.
So I was a little worried that
I was gonna get confused.
Yeah, that you weren't going to be able to catch up, because I too didn't realize how the film was structured narratively until the third scene.
Okay.
So I was like, is this going to be like a Tarantino movie where it jumps from multiple points in the timeline to at the end connect them all in some way? Or is this just a narrative in reverse, which it straight up is?
Yeah. Yeah, so this movie starts off with the last scene and literally goes backwards. But they have the option to watch the straight cut. So if you want to watch it in order, you can.
Yes, there's both cuts are available on Shudder.
Yeah, I'm happy that we did watch it in reverse.
Me too. It adds if you watch the straight cut, it takes away 10 minutes of the film.
Okay. What
it takes away, I don't know. I do have an idea, but I don't know for sure. And the fact that this movie is just the way it is, the way it's kind of shot and framed and how grainy it is, I'm thinking of a physical release of this movie. If it gets any more than a Blu-ray, I don't think I'd ever buy this movie.
Okay.
I don't think I want to see this movie in a 4K definition.
No.
I don't think it requires that.
No, I don't think so either. I'm going to say what's up to the chat here quick, and then we'll get into synopsis, cast, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Say some spoiler-free thoughts again, and we'll get into spoilers.
Okay.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Brian.
Hope your birthday was good. Thank you. We got Jean. Hello, Jean. And Big Rod's not driving.
Hey, there you go. Day off.
Yeah, happy Sunday, everyone.
Yeah.
I got the Sunday scaries, that's for sure. We got Necrome in here. Hey, what's up?
It's a little.
What is that emoji?
Is it stoplight?
It's really tiny on our thing, so it's hard to see it.
So just a red light, which makes sense for the beginning of this film.
Left my ass off a movie. You got a palate cleanse with a rom-com. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost put on my crime thriller show after, but then I was tired. You know what I did do though? I ended up putting on a Disney instrumental playlist to fall asleep to. So maybe that helped me afterwards.
Yeah, and I finished I finish? Kingdom of Spiders. I finished
Oh, yeah.
watching because I was doing research for an episode.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
The Vordelok is the last French film I watched. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
I'm gonna write. Can you write that down?
Sure.
I want all the French movies. I love French horror. Is this a horror? I'm assuming it would be, but you can let me know if I'm wrong. Hello to the other Ryan. No, we've always got 2 Ryans in here. Yes, the birthday was great. I really appreciated the post you guys did. I was disappointed with Nosferatu, but I was glad to see it with my best friend.
Oh, well, that's what makes it worth it sometimes.
Yeah, at least you got the experience of going to enjoy some time with your friend, right? Like, even if the movie sucks.
Yeah.
Emoji is a fire extinguisher. Oof.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, we'll get to that.
It's more devastating once you hit the scenes later on in the movie.
Yeah. Okay. So quick synopsis. You said this was on Shudder, right?
Yes.
So have you guys seen this movie? Let us know in the chat if you've seen it. I have a feeling Necroma seen it. But Ryan, Big Rod, Gene, let us know if you have seen Irreversible.
Yeah, let us know your how you came about this movie, why you decided to watch it. This was I think you were listening to somebody talk about how they watched it in college, and that kind of seems like the perfect time for when people would watch this movie.
Yeah.
It's all experimental and
Yeah.
whatnot, so that seems perfect. I don't know what took us so long.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this movie until you brought it up to me.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, and the main girl she's in Beetlejuice now. She was Dolores. But yeah, a quick synopsis. A woman's lover and her former boyfriend take justice into their own hands after she becomes the victim of a rapist. This is a very big trigger warning too, by the way. Like, this is a brutal film.
Yeah.
Brutal. Lots of hard to watch scenes, especially sexual assault. Yeah, it's rough.
There's also like homophobia and transphobia and all kinds of stuff.
Lots of wiener.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of wiener.
I actually haven't seen any French horror movies, but I'm curious to hear y'all's thoughts. Okay. All right. If you like heavier emotional extreme stuff, I would say check out some French horror, but if not, then maybe don't. Infested would be a good one though, the spider one. It's not as extreme from what I remember.
Yeah, I wouldn't classify it as an extreme horror, but it's a French horror film.
Yeah, Infested was just like fun and hardcore.
Same with like Raw. I don't consider Raw to be a crazy hardcore film, as well as Titan.
Titan is weird though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, oh yeah, for
I loved
sure.
it,
but it's not like hardcore.
Yeah,
like the 2000s of French movies.
So the director is Gaspar Noé.
Click on him and let's see what else he's did, because I've seen some posts about him doing other stuff too, so I'm curious.
He's an Argentinian filmmaker.
Okay.
Lives in France. Known for Enter the Void.
Oh, that's the one we haven't. And Climax. Yeah. Okay.
Have you guys seen Climax? We have not yet, but it's on our list. We should watch that tonight. Maybe. I wanted to watch my show. I Stand Alone. I don't know what that is.
I haven't seen that one either.
That's all there is.
Okay. So Enter the Void is one I have down here that I haven't watched yet, and it's supposed to be a trip too.
Okay. So this is starring Monica Bellucci, who, like we said, plays Dolores in Beetlejuice. Vincent Castle. Do you know what he's from?
Yeah, of course. He's in Black Swan. And he is in Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. He's in one of them. This is surprising. I decided to look this up because I was curious, but this movie came in sort of in a third of their professional careers.
Okay.
Because I was almost under the impression that maybe this movie was like one of their firsts, and then they got popular after this. But no, this is like in almost near the middle.
I'll throw Albert Dupontel too as Pierre.
Oh yeah, you gotta throw Pierre in there.
Pierre, he's a character. So I guess spoiler-free thoughts. Where I don't have IMDb is 7.3 and 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. Came out in 2002. Yeah, spoiler-free thoughts.
I like this movie. I wonder if I would enjoy it more on a. I don't think I'd enjoy it more. I don't think this is really a movie that you sit down and enjoy. Sort of more of an experience, to be honest. And it's a movie that gets more and more depressing the longer you decide to sit down and watch it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a hard watch. You definitely feel like you need to take like a shower halfway through this movie.
Yeah, there's definitely one scene that they really linger on. There's a few scenes.
Yeah, but this movie's like incredibly grounded too, so it makes it feel even like worse. Mm-hmm. Like it feels like seriously like really grounded. Mm-hmm. Feels too real almost. Mm-hmm. The only issue I have, and I feel like this is going to be the issues with a lot of people, is the cinematography near the start of the film, and we kind of get into that when we
talk about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's going to be like, even for me, I was starting to get a little bit irritated with it because of how all over the place it is. But at the same time, it kind of works it kind of works for what's happening narratively in the story. So I let it slide.
Okay. Yeah. This is one of those movies where I'm like, can I even say I loved it? Or like, is that just wrong? Like, I did really
You can say you love it.
I think this is a really effective movie. I'll say that.
Okay.
I can't say I love it because it sounds dirty, like for me to say that. But I think it's extremely effective. I have the same issues as you, which we'll get into in the spoilers. Yeah. I like hard to watch movies though. Like I know when you read, shout out to Mark Loves Horror because he's the one that did a review on this and is the reason we watched it. Yeah. Because his review basically said it was brutal. Yeah. And you came to me and was like, I have a film for you.
Yeah. Well, I've known about this movie for years, and we went through our French phase already, and then we kind of never really picked it back up again, but there were still a handful of movies that I wanted to watch, and this was one of them, along with Out of the Void and Climax, or some of the other ones as well that I want to check out. But so yeah, once I saw that, I was like, okay, I know I can convince her with this review, and then we'll probably be watching it within a week or two.
Yeah. I like when something gives me a good gut punch, and then I feel like blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. This is going to be highly rated for me, but we'll get to that at the end. Necrome says, I'm always looking for the most fucked up extreme films, so Irreversible came into my life through the endeavor. The Vordelok is an 18th century vampire type story that came out last year.
Okay. I've never heard of it.
We'll have to look that one up for sure. Thank you. I'm also always looking up for the most fucked up extreme films.
She sure is.
Yeah, I've done that since my early 20s. Like, I remember looking up the top 10 most disturbing films. Like, this was when I watched horror by myself because I didn't have anyone to watch it with. So thank God you came along. But I would just sit there eating my dinner, watching like just fucked up shit. But now I'm at the point where I think this came with age. I need there to be a good storyline. And that's what I get from the French films is there's a good story within these fucked up films. Like I hate when it's just fucked up for the sake of being fucked up. Like I tried to watch a movie called Headless and I just couldn't do it. It was all just torture porn. And I'm like, I need some emotion.
You need some substance in there. Yeah. Something more.
Make me feel something other than me just watching the gore, you know?
Yeah. Plus, I know that these are going to be some movies. Like, if we ever get to our segments, that's what she made me watch or whatever. This would be like, I'm trying not to get rid of all the ones that I want to watch first, but because then there'll be nothing left when we decide to go actually do this. The ones that are like well done, but yeah, this has a compelling and an interesting narrative, and I think it works.
Yeah,
and definitely in its favor. Bo, if you're in here. I haven't seen you pop up yet, but Bo, if you're in here, 0.5 star, dude.
Yeah, he rated Irreversible 0.5 star. I have questions for him next time we hang out.
Yeah.
We might see him tomorrow. He might pop in for our watch along. We're doing a watch along. We're doing it a little earlier so that we don't interfere with someone else's stream. We're doing a 6:30 p.m. watch along of Ready or Not tomorrow.
Yep.
6:30 Eastern. It's on Netflix, I believe. So we can pull it up on Netflix. And yeah, I purposely chose Netflix so there's no ads.
Oh.
So join us for the watch along. We're just gonna kind of hang out and watch Ready or Not. It's a fun movie.
I also own it.
Yeah, I'm telling other people.
No. Yeah.
Shout out to Landmine Goes Click. Yes, that is another one, and that might end up being on my what I make him watch in that segment.
She's gonna get to watch all the classics for the first time, and I'm just gonna get to watch nothing but torture porn.
I know. I'm gonna make him watch all this depressing shit. Yeah, we'll have to start that segment in a bit, maybe in February.
Okay.
But yes, Landmine Goes Click is a good one, Big Rod. Just saying a quick hi. Haven't seen this one yet, so we'll have to catch the replay after.
Okay.
All right.
Corey, you'll definitely have to check it out, man. Let me know.
It's wild. It's disturbing. Also, hi, Corey. We'll get into spoilers then.
Sure.
Describe this movie in 3 words. We didn't prep for any of this, by the way, because we didn't know we were doing this live.
I thought we were just gonna honestly talk about things. I didn't know if we were gonna go through our categories still.
We'll go through them. Describe this movie in 3 words.
Depressing, despicable, jarring.
Okay. I was gonna go bleak. Wiener. There's a lot of wiener in this movie.
I wouldn't say there's that much wiener. Is there? How much wiener?
Think of the club they're at.
Yeah, but you don't see it like
you
see like one wiener for sure.
I saw quite a few wieners and a lot of implications of wieners.
Yeah,
being
there's a lot
jerked
of
off, and
I saw a lot of implication of wiener.
There's a wiener in the essay scene as well. There's a wiener. You see, whatever his face's name,
Vincent Castle.
His wiener at the end of the movie. There's a lot of wiener.
Okay.
You see the hooker's wiener. There's a lot of wiener.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, say wiener one more time. I know.
Yeah.
Take a shot every time I say wiener. Okay, so these are my words.
Okay, sorry.
Bleak, wiener.
Yep. Somebody's focused on something in the movie.
The
French do it right because there's a lot of wiener.
I'm gonna say gut wrenching with like a dash so that I can make it one word. Gut wrenching.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Jesus sounds like an old school 9 Inch Nails music video.
I can see it.
Okay. What's the next category? I don't have our sheets. Favorite character?
Favorite character? Well, it'd be Monica Bellucci's character. Alex, I believe is her name.
I think that's her name, yeah. Let me pull this back up. I have all the fun facts up now. Yeah, Alex. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, me too. I think she is... You feel for her, especially by the end of the movie or the beginning, whatever way you're watching it. If you're watching it in reverse, though, by the end of the movie, you feel for her because you obviously... We're in spoilers here, so I can say this, but... bleak, depressing wiener. Yeah. You find out at the end that she's pregnant. So it just makes the sexual assault that much worse. And I just really like her. Like, compared to Marcus, she's so classy. You can tell she's just put together. Well, obviously she was sober at the party because we find out she's pregnant, right? So that's probably part of the reason she's so put together. But you can just tell he's on a different level. Like, he's unhinged. He's partying.
Yeah.
But she's just, I don't know. So the way she carries herself, she's sweet. I really liked her character.
Okay.
So she's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your least favorite character?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember what his name is. The bad guy.
The essayer.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Tinya?
Yeah.
Tenna?
The bad guy in the tunnel.
Yeah, Tenna.
Yeah, he's obviously, he better be everyone's least favorite character.
Mm-hmm. He's a pimp, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was he the pimp of the trans woman?
I'm assuming so.
Okay. Yeah, fuck, he's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
He's disgusting.
Yeah. He definitely yeah. Don't the worst part is that he survives this movie.
Yeah, see, does he? I need to rewatch. Because it goes backwards, so we didn't know who was getting killed when that person was getting killed.
He has tape on his nose.
Okay.
The person that they kill at the end of the movie doesn't have tape on their nose. The guy with the tape on his nose was watching the whole time.
Fuck.
And then after he kills him, he laughs.
Oh.
Because they think that they killed him, but he's still standing there.
Oh, that makes this so much worse.
Yeah. And I don't think I saw him get arrested at the end of the movie either.
Oh,
So
God,
I think he
so
just
he's
gets
free.
He just gets away with it.
Fucker. That hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think had the best performance?
I'd have to say Monica Bellucci, probably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Vincent Cassel's also excellent in this movie as well.
He is.
Like, I think the trio is pretty great, so I don't really think anybody... I think Monica would probably be number one for sure, but I think they all pretty much stand their own ground.
I agree. I don't think anyone did bad in this movie, but definitely the fact that she had to put on the performance of that tunnel scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was literally thinking that as we were watching it. I was like, I can't even imagine faking this scene.
No.
Like, and it's the longest essay scene I've ever seen. I think it takes the cake for even I Spit on Your Grave too. I think it was longer.
Definitely, like, held on with zero cuts.
I literally just kept looking down at our dog. I was petting him first. I was just like, oh God, this is still going. This is still going. And then you see the aftermath of her like choking and stuff. Like, I'm just like, oh God.
Yeah.
So definitely her. Like, I think even to just film this, you'd be fucked up a little bit after.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I wonder like how the rest of her day went once they were done yelling cut.
They try their best to make people feel safe in these situations, right?
Yeah, I really hope they did on this film.
Mm-hmm.
This movie seems like it was exhausting for Brendan in kind of a good way, like a roller coaster that kids your ass, but you have to experience. Kicks. Oh.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, it's just the longer you watch it, almost the worse it gets, but it's like easier to watch after a certain point because it's not as chaotic and all over the place, and everything kind of starts to like standardize almost.
Yeah, I kind of like that we watched it in reverse because then it calms down, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But then the last scene is obviously so sad.
Yeah.
Okay, cinematography.
Okay, so
just relax. Go play somewhere else.
Yeah. So this movie has a lot of just like camera moving and rolling and tilting and going upside down and all around and whipping across back and forth. Like, this is worse than most found footage movies that you'd see as a part of like the camera moving. So if you get like motion sickness very easily, this is going to be you won't be able to make it through the first 20 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, the beginning is the worst of it for sure. Like, there was a point we paused the movie to turn the lights off and stuff because it's also dark.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see what's going on. Not that I think you really want to see what's going on in this. The club is called Rectum.
Yeah.
Rectum. You don't really want to know what's happening in Rectum, but at the same time, you're watching the movie, so you do want to see what's happening in Rectum.
Yeah, you're more so curious about what happened and to have our main character go to this place.
Yeah, but it's like flashing red and it's just like crazy.
Tumbling.
Yeah, but I did like the camera movement throughout the rest of the film. Like, I liked that it was moving. It kind of gave me the same vibes as Mads a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, I can't remember if they're unbroken shots or not, but it feels very unbroken. And the camera settles down after, well, it settles down at the worst point of the movie.
Yeah, the tunnel scene, it stops moving for the whole time.
Yeah.
And it just lays there.
Like one 12 15-minute singular shot, which might have helped with some breaks, but yeah, so it's chaotic because you're going through Vincent Castle's mind. I'm assuming that part of the story is you're basically following his character. So I think the camera is so sporadic is because he's so sporadic. So and all over the place, and Vengeance is making everything crazy and make this world turn. So
he's also on drugs.
Yes, he's also on drugs. And then after that point, the camera settles like right down. It still like lingers on a lot of like shots and stuff like that, but the camera isn't like twirling and tumbling, and it almost becomes like a standard movie after the halfway point.
Yeah, and the ending too, though, the strobe light.
Yeah, that was I think a poor choice.
That's the reason this is not a 5-star film for me, because that damn strobe light at the end nearly gave me a seizure. I literally covered my eyes. I'm like, I can't. Why are we lingering on this flashing light?
I don't really get the strobe light.
Like, don't understand it?
Yeah.
No, me neither.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Just fuck you up a little more at the end. Why not?
Yeah.
As if we didn't get fucked for this last hour and a half.
I also don't really understand the ending, like the last few with her
in
like
the park with the kids.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe just showing that, I don't know, just making it sadder, because we know she's pregnant and she's surrounded by all these kids, and it's just being like, this could have been her life kind of thing, like a mother and stuff. And then it's like, oh yeah, but remember what happened? Kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
For me, at least, that's kind of how I saw it. Our dog is just choking, or not choking, but gagging because he's all worked up. You just relax. You do this to yourself. Score and soundtrack is the next category.
Thought it was okay. Nothing really stood out to me.
In Rectum, there was like, it was almost like this like buzzing music, like a buzzing alert kind of thing that made the red lights even like more like intense. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
And then there's music throughout the movie because like they go to this party and stuff, but it's a found footage movie, so there's not really a score that I remember.
It's not found footage.
Is it not? No, it's not. It's just filmed artsy, I guess. Yeah. But they had like the buzzing in the club, the music at the party. I don't know. Did you notice the score throughout the film?
I'm sure there is one, but I didn't notice it.
Nothing that it stands out, I guess.
Yeah.
What's the next category? Is it storyline?
Outfits.
No, costumes and outfits. She had a nice dress.
Yeah.
That's all I can really point out.
Yeah, I don't think any of the outfits really stand out.
There's a lot of bondage-looking outfits in the Rectum Club.
Yep, sure is. Yeah.
That's really it. I don't understand the part in the beginning, though. The man and the two men in the bed. I was just thinking about how he was wearing, like, I'm hoping he was wearing tidy whities. I kept thinking, please don't show me his wiener. Please don't show me his wiener.
Oh. I have a feeling it was just to kind of say that time destroys us all or something like that. I think that's the quote, isn't it?
Okay. He said something about sleeping with his own daughter.
Yeah, it was messed up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what does this have to do with the movie? Okay, memorable lines. We didn't write anything down.
Yeah, we didn't write anything down.
I did.
I didn't. You did.
I wrote one down. Where is it? Because I said it out loud because it reminded me of it'd be a lot cooler if you did, but it'd be a lot cooler if you fist me.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that just kept saying, fist me, fist me.
Yeah.
It's like, relax.
Yeah.
But as soon as he said, it'd be a lot cooler if you fist me, I was like, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. I think that's the only one I wrote down. Oh, and they were saying something about like tapeworms. I don't know. It was just weird. In the Rectum Club.
Oh, really?
A couple people brought up tapeworms.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's all I wrote down, though. It just made me laugh.
Okay.
So I guess memorable lines. What's after that? Gore factor and special effects?
Favorite kill?
That's next. Oh.
No, it's favorite kill.
Favorite kill. Sorry.
Well, there's only one kill in the movie, as far as we know.
Yeah, and it's the good old fire extinguisher.
Yep.
They lingered on that too.
Yeah, and that's another one too. Is I wasn't too sure. You were never really sure of this relationship between these two guys and why they were friends. Because the guy's like, I'm not going to come save you. But I think it had less of wanting to save him as it did of getting revenge for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he was in love with her first and still clearly is.
Yeah.
Because Pierre kills the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the movie is subtitled. I don't know if there's a dubbed one out there, but it is subtitled.
Yeah.
It's you get pretty into it. I find I don't have a problem with French horror with subtitles. Sometimes it's a little fast at times, but it was still okay. Yeah, that's the only kill.
Yeah.
And it's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
You see that guy's face get bashed in.
Yeah, there's a cut in there somewhere where they switch him out for a dummy, and it's a good. You don't even notice it.
No.
But they had to have switched it at some point because he starts bashing. It seems like it's all one shot, but
yeah, they really bashed that in.
Yeah.
So I guess there's no least favorite kill then.
No.
My least favorite kill is the fact that they killed the wrong guy, I guess.
Yeah. At least I think, like, I'm gonna have to go, like, I'd go back and rewatch like that segment and see.
Yeah.
Because I am curious now, but I'm pretty sure they got the wrong guy. Like 95% sure.
Gore factor and special effects then.
All of it's really good. Vincent gets his arm broken at the start of the film. It's quite the arm break, and it's all shot like you see the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
His, like you said, his face being beaten in too with the fire hydrant's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought everything looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Storyline and pacing now? Am I at the right category now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go ahead.
We've already kind of talked about it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not talk about this while we're talking about cinematography because I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rape revenge movie. It's in reverse, like we already said. So I kind of liked that it was in reverse, though, because we're kind of seeing how things got to how crazy it got, I guess. But it still kind of leaves you with a reveal at the end, which is kind of cool because it's in reverse. I don't know. I just liked how there was still like a little something at the end because when it was getting to the point where they were all at the party, I was like, how far in reverse are we going to go here? Because it's going to get boring, right? But They surprised me by not making it boring. Like they made us care for them more and her fate, I guess. Do you think she survived? I guess we can talk about that in this.
Well, they never say, but they never say she died either. So, and she was alive when she was getting
She's in a coma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean she died, right?
No. I'm just wondering about what her fate was, I guess.
Maybe the ending is her coma.
Yeah, a part of me wondered if everything actually happened because remember she woke up and said I had a dream I was in a tunnel, a red tunnel. I was like, so did none of that happen?
Oh.
But I don't know. I feel like it did.
Yeah, I feel like it happened.
I just like, is this their way of saying it nothing happened? Like they're fine?
No. I definitely think it happened. And yeah, there's a lot of subtle callbacks. So like you said, she had a dream where he's eating his own hair.
Bruce, drop it. Okay.
Like the dream sequence that she says that she has.
What was on our dog's mouth?
He's trying to eat it.
I know. Let me just.
Don't put. Oh, I thought you were gonna put it in my coffee. Oh, gross. Yeah, the dream sequence. You get a lot of like the relationship between all three of them.
Damn it, Bruce.
A lot of like.
Figure out what's coming.
Yeah. A lot of like sexual talk and like trying to figure out like how to make Monica Bellucci orgasm.
Yeah.
There's a whole like
how to make a woman come.
Yeah. Whole subway train talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting. The only like the jarring part is you're never gonna know where the scene is going to end and where it's going to pick back up. You know when the scene ends, but you just don't know where it's going to pick up again until you start figuring it out. And you can relatively, like, even after watching it like this, you'll be able to figure it out. Pretty much as soon as the scene ends, the next scene will jump to the last. This is even harder to explain. You just got to watch it. Watch it.
I had one more question about the storyline. So, because watching in reverse is hard to know what happened at the beginning/end. So he had his arm broken, right? And they were wheeling him out on the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
So he's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the fire hydrant guy that died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
fire extinguisher.
Pierre was arrested.
Pierre was arrested.
Mm-hmm.
This just makes me even madder.
Yeah, revenge is a dish best served cold, they say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is also over the course of one night.
Yeah. What's your favorite scenes? Fun topic.
Yeah. When it ended.
Yeah, I thought every scene was intense in its own way, I guess, and even the ones that weren't, like you said, the subway scenes and stuff were still entertaining. I don't think there's any scene that I'm gonna say I love or dislike.
Well, there's a scene with Monica and Vincent at the day, which would be closer to the end, where it shows their relationship, and I think it's a fairly healthy relationship, and it looks like they were.
It's not that healthy because he was cheating on her.
Oh, yeah. You don't find that out until, well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't trust that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks because, like, she's pregnant too, and you, like, they do look like in love and stuff in that one scene, and then, but you already know that he's kind of a fuck boy, so it just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks for her, like, how the fuck do you cheat on that, first of all? She's fucking beautiful. But then again, MGK's cheating on Megan Fox, so doesn't matter. It's more about the cheater, I guess. But
I feel like this is what Vincent Castle's like in real life.
The character or the actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get those vibes from him.
That's funny. After this review, it feels like an abandoned building as a kid. Scary, but I kind of want to see what's inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you regret doing it.
wait till you get to the second scene of Club Rectum. That's when you know you're in for a fucking treat.
Yeah.
That is just, I can't even, that is an experience that I will never see again unless I watch the movie again.
And you have to watch this movie in the dark, otherwise you're not going to see anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, like, the natural lighting of this is, like, so insane. Because they'll just have one red light up and over here, and that's the lighting for the whole scene. So, like, see the red light over there?
Yeah.
If this was dark, that would be the lighting for the whole scene.
Yeah. All right, we did favorite scenes, least favorite scenes. I guess least favorite scenes would be probably the tunnel,
the sexual assault scene.
Yeah. Is that our last category then? The killer.
Mm-hmm.
The killer.
The killer.
He's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much else we can say on him.
Nah, I hate him. He's gross.
Yeah.
Bad man.
Yeah. It's a bit of an understatement.
Yeah. Okay, so rewatchability, and would you recommend?
I don't know about rewatchability level on this movie. As well as recommending. This movie is not for the faint of heart. If you're feeling extremely bold and want to watch something extremely depressing and dirty, then this movie is the movie for you. I think most people in the horror community, this is a film that most people have sought out at a younger age to kind of be like, yeah, I watched that movie. I'm a fucking boss.
Yeah, it's like Human Centipede or Serbian Film. Like, be like, yeah, I watched that movie.
Yeah, I feel like this is darker though. I laughed at Human Centipede when I watched it with you.
Yeah, I genuinely thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
But I thought this was too.
So did I. I just think it was more of like a B movie, like a B funny movie, you know?
Big Rod brings up Faces of Death. That is one I have not seen yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
But that's exactly it. People say like, "Oh, I watched Faces of Death," you know? Like, and they're remaking that. That was my old ass's era. Yeah. I was actually debating on watching it just because we are getting a remake.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity. Because people used to think Faces of Death was real, right? But it was debunked, I think.
I thought some scenes were real and some scenes weren't.
I don't know. Do you know anything about that, Big Rod? Yeah, rewatchability for me, I would probably rewatch this down the road. But if I was watching on my own, I might fast forward the SA scene a bit because I like, how much do I want to sit there and watch that by myself?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't sound like a nice Saturday. But like the rest of it's a wild ride. Like, I would probably rewatch it. I'm just not in a rush to do it right now. And would I recommend? Same. If you're into the extreme stuff, then I would recommend it. If you're not, then I would say don't touch it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Scary rating out of 10.
I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think it's particularly scary, but I think that
disturbing.
It's disturbing. Even like the opening credits, we were talking. We were watching it, and I'm like, my anxiety levels are already getting high just from the opening credits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even because of anything weird or like anything graphic or anything like that, but it's like they were telling it in like the credits were in like a Star Wars, you know, kind of like this. It's scrolling up or whatever, but then it starts to like wind and twist, and it's sideways, and I'm like, I have a feeling this is how the movie's gonna be, and I'm like, don't know if I'm ready for this.
Yeah. It starts off strong.
Yeah, this movie did make me curious to watch Climax though, and Enter the Void.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I really would like to sit down and watch those movies. Final
movie rating as a whole?
I gave it a 4-star.
4-star?
Yeah.
I gave it a 4.5.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I think the only reason it didn't get that full star is that damn strobe light at the end.
It didn't get the full 5 for me because I don't know when I'm going to watch this again.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. I found some fun facts.
Yeah, you said there was a lot.
Yeah.
I believe this has an Arrow Blu-ray release.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Yeah, you don't own it, right?
Nope.
Would you own it? Would you want to own it?
Yeah, I would own it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The director, I haven't pulled it up yet, but I remember the director was on cocaine during the rectum scene. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so Faces of Death. It's split mockumentary. I'm not sure what was real, but I believe the controversy came from the third world animal cruelty and death penalty scenes being real footage, but it's pre-internet, so who knows? Okay. I might look into that. Curious too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the director was on cocaine during the club scene. Let me find out why. Where is it? He admitted to taking cocaine while filming the scenes in rectum because he was so tired from operating the camera. When he was finished and the high wore off, he could not move his arms for the rest of the day.
I believe it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After the film's premiere in Cannes, the audience sat in almost complete silence until the next movie was scheduled to start.
Yeah, that's something I can also believe happened.
The first 30 minutes of the film has a background sound with a low frequency of 27 Hz, which is almost infrasonic. This sounds like a rumble vibration. Similar types of noises are at times used by police to stop riots. Is that what I was hearing?
Must have been.
Yeah. According to Gaspar himself, this could only be heard in theaters. Oh, and not from headphones or regular home theaters. In humans, this noise causes nausea, sickness, and vertigo. It was one of the reasons people walked out of the screenings during the first part of the film. In fact, it was added by Thomas Bangalter to get his reaction.
Yep. So you probably heard it. You just didn't even know you hear it.
I definitely did hear like this like siren-y sound though.
Okay.
It was loud. Like it was like that wasn't like hidden. Shout out to Dennis Quaid in Jaws 3D. If you know, you know.
I haven't seen that in a while, so I don't know.
I
know he's
haven't seen it at all, so
I know he's in it.
Director Gaspar Noé only had a 3-page draft before the movie was shot, so all of the dialogue was improvised.
Well, that's impressive.
Wow. I'm just thinking of the guy that kept saying, "Fist me, fist me." He really wanted to put that dialogue in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Newsweek stated that this was the most walked out of movie of the year. Of 2,400 people at the film's Cannes premiere, 200 walked out.
Yep.
Not surprised.
Yeah, no, me neither.
He shot the rape scene from the position of lying on the floor, holding the camera still, because when he tested moving the camera around, as in the other sequences, he felt as if he was participated in the rape.
Okay. Interesting.
Dennis Quaid was on coke during the filming of that, right, Big Rod? He was coked up the whole time while filming. You'll never unsee it. Oh, now I want to watch it.
I know.
If I can notice.
I've been meaning to pick it up on 4K. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Oh. Gaspar says he had no idea how long the rape scene was going to last. That was in the hands of Monica Bellucci, and the actor playing her is silent. He said the results were great the first day, but even more perfect on the second. The actors were more and more confident with each other, and so they could go further and further. I didn't know if it would last for 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, or whatever. The whole scene was in her hands, and even the guy who was playing the rapist was at her service. If she didn't want to do the scene like that, she would have said it. I really admire her for taking that scene so far. Wow, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah, I told you, they make him feel safe.
Yeah. This began life as a study of a committed relationship for director Gaspar. He wanted to make the film with a real-life couple and husband and wife. Vincent and Monica ideally fit the bill. However, as the trio started workshopping ideas for the film, it started to take on a much darker hue. Noah's original idea later became Love 2015. Fire wardens had to administer oxygen to 20 people who fainted during the showing of the film at the 2002 Cannes Film Festival. The Rectum is in fact a genuine gay S&M club in Paris called Club Bank and is located in a former bank. The crew changed the name, redressed the set, and added red lighting. The club was spread across the basements of 3 separate buildings, and it was so cavernous and confusing that many of the crew members became claustrophobic in it. Oh, I would hate that. Every actor in this film is credited by last name only. The rape scene was shot on a number of times, and the only constraint on the actors, apart from the beginning and the end, was that it did not run over 20 minutes. The film's reverse chronological order was inspired by Christopher Nolan's Memento.
Oh, okay. I
haven't seen that.
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like a crime thriller. Sort of.
Oh, hey, Jamie. Irreversible is a messed up movie. One-time watch for me. I think a lot of people are going to say the same. I feel like this is one of those movies that would be fun to rewatch if you were watching with someone else that wanted to see the film and you were kind of watching their reaction. But obviously don't force anyone to watch this film. They would have to make sure they're consenting to this.
I was going to say, make sure they're consenting.
I would never show this to my sister.
Oh, could you imagine?
Oh, she would cry. She'd probably just walk out.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, she'd be like, fuck this.
She'd never talk to you again.
Never watching a movie with you again. Yeah. The film was banned in New Zealand Literature Board of Review for its brutal sexual violence, graphic violence, and sex scenes. The tunnel where Alex is raped was located at 118 Boulevard Berthier in Paris, but has since been filled in and replaced with a zebra crossing. What's a zebra crossing? They cross zebras?
No, babe.
What's a zebra?
I don't know, but they don't have zebras in Paris. France.
Look out, the zebras are crossing.
I think it's just like
Stop your cars.
I think it's just a crossway with white stripes going across. I would think.
Probably. It's thinking like duck crossing or geese crossing.
No.
Sometimes one-time watches are the best. Yeah, just get the experience, right? Memento, excellent film. Definitely have to watch that a few times. I love Memento. I have to look that up. Anything else here I want to read? I think I'm okay. On Marcus's bathroom door is a poster featuring the cover art for the Marvel Comics Captain Marvel #1 with the tagline "Out of the Holocaust, a Hero."
Okay.
I think I'm done. I think those are all the good ones.
2001: A Space Odyssey was on the poster above somebody's bed.
Oh. During the party scene, shortly after the rape, when Marcus is asked his name, he replies Vincent instead of his character's name. He quickly covers this up by saying "just kidding," so that they would not have to reset the long and complicated shot.
Oh, okay.
That's a little goof. That's funny.
I never even noticed that.
Monica admits that she has never been able to watch the rape scene in its entirety. Yeah, that would be rough to watch yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the blood on Alex's face and the visible genitals of the rapist, both towards the end of the rape scene, were added digitally afterwards, as were the smashed face effects in the club fight scene.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, they look great.
I'll stop there for real this time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Irreversible.
Irreversible. I'll check that off the French list.
Yeah, let us know if you end up watching it, to those who have not seen it, because I know a few of you said you haven't. Would you watch it? Would that be your thing, or are you just staying away from it after this review?
Yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow we've decided we're gonna do that watch along. We're gonna be watching Ready or Not. We're doing it early, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, as to not to interfere with some other streams that are going on tomorrow night. So yeah, 6:30. I believe Ready or Not is streaming on Netflix, so that's good. It might just be us watching on the screen. Bo from Critic After Dark might be joining. It's not 100% yet.
Yep.
So join us for that if you'd like. And then we are going to be doing a live review on Cold Prey on Thursday at 7:00 p.m.
Okay.
With Bo and Kayla from Critic After Dark, as long as she's feeling better.
Yep. Okay.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you, Ryan. It's worth watching at least once, but that's enough for anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I hope everyone has a nice Sunday.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day before the weekends, or the week starts back up again.
Yeah.
And always remember,
Stay spooky.